Back now on our top 5 at 7, we have, for international news, we have Vice President Shettima departs Abuja for summit in Brazil. Vice President Kashim Shettima has departed Abuja for Brazil to represent Bola Tinubu at the 30th session of the United Nations Climate Change Conference tagged COP30, scheduled to hold in South America country. The summit, convened by Brazil's President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva in collaboration with other partners, will be held from November 6th to 7th in the city of Belém, capital of the state of Pará in the Brazilian Amazon.
Okay, to other stories, we have indigenous contractors storm NAS over unpaid funds. A group of indigenous contractors handling federal projects on Tuesday stormed the National Assembly to protest the non-payment of accumulated debts by the government. The protesters, carrying placards with various inscriptions, converged at the main entrance of the Assembly complex, chanting solidarity songs and demanding immediate payment for projects they said were completed over a year ago. The protest caused closure of all exit and entry gates leading to the National Assembly, a development linked to heavy traffic congestion within and around the Assembly complex, and the House of Representatives had to close plenary in solidarity with the protest.
And also law and order, we have court gives Nnamdi Kanu till November 5th to defend terrorism charges. Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court is giving the Biafra Nation agitator Nnamdi Kanu till November 5th to defend the terrorism charges against him or waive his rights to do so. The judge pleaded with him to consult with legal practitioners conversant with criminal laws to aid his defense or opt for a lawyer to handle his case for him. The decision of the judge followed the persistent refusal of Kanu to put in his defense to the terrorism charges on the ground that there was no valid charge against him. Kanu announced appearance for himself on Tuesday, told the court that he would not go back to detention unless the charges against him are clearly shown to him.
And lastly, for the national news, we have Immigration Service denies seizing Natasha's passport. The Nigerian Immigration Service (NIS) denied claims by Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan that its officers seized the passport and attempted to stop her from traveling abroad on Tuesday. Recall that the lawmaker representing Kogi Central had earlier gone live on Facebook alleging that immigration officers at the airport withheld the passport without legal justification. And the video of visibly upset Natasha said she was being unlawfully prevented from leaving the country despite having no court order restricting her movement.
And going to international news, we have at least 40 dead as typhoon wreaks havoc in Philippines. Now, at least 40 people have been killed and hundreds of thousands forced to flee their homes as one of the strongest typhoons this year ripped through the central Philippines. Officials said Typhoon Kalmegi has flooded large areas, including entire towns, on the most populated central island of Cebu, where most fatalities occurred. Reports suggest casualties will rise. Video shows people sheltering on rooftops, while cars and ship containers have been swept through the street. A military helicopter deployed to assist relief efforts crashed in northern Mindanao Island, killing 6 crew members on board, the Philippine Air Force said.
And lastly, on the international scene, we have 7 climbers dead after Nepal avalanche. At least 7 climbers, including 5 foreigners and 2 Nepalese, have died after being hit by an avalanche on a Himalayan peak in northeast Nepal. Expedition Agency 7 Summit Trek said the incident occurred at 9 a.m. local time on Monday near the base camp of the Yalungri mountain in Dolak district. Rescuers located 2 bodies and are still searching for the remaining 5 who are believed to have been buried by snow. 8 others have been rescued and are in the capital, Kathmandu, getting treatment for their injuries. And that is all we have for you today on the top 5 at 7.